Meet Eddie Connor, someone you should know.
Well, I'm a living witness that your test is a testimony, your misery is ministry, and your mess is a message.
From a very early age, Eddie overcame insurmountable odds. After watching his family fall apart through a terrible divorce, he chose to live with his mom. At the age of 15, he battled a very aggressive form of cancer from the stress of living in a divorced family household.
Not only do you share a message of positivity, you also share your life story. That involves cancer. You were diagnosed with cancer, right? What kind and when were you diagnosed?
Absolutely. At the age of 15, just being a tender teenager, I was diagnosed with NHL. And the doctor, after a bevy of different chest pains, they cut me open, saw my cells were growing so fast with the naked eye that it was around my trachea, esophagus.
What is NHL?
Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Oh, really?
I thought it was National Hockey League. I said, I'm getting ready to be the youngest owner. He says, you have stage 4 cancer. Don't ask why. And that's what I asked. Why me? Why now? Chemotherapy, radiation, lost all my hair. My own biological father never even visited me one day in the hospital to have to grow through that.
So where'd your support come from if you didn't have your father around?
My mother, Dr. Janice Connor, was just an influential figure and just a person who helped me to overcome those obstacles. She said the first 3 letters in cancer is can. You can overcome and survive.
Armed with a second chance at life and his mom firmly in his corner, Eddie moved into a new world of spiritual wisdom, achieving many accomplishments in a very short period of time. Renewing his mission to help others believe in their dreams was on his agenda. Eddie Connor graduated from Ferndale High School, received his bachelor's degree from Eastern Michigan University, and a master's degree from the prestigious Marygrove College. He created a literacy program to help disadvantaged African-American male youth called Boys to Books Literacy Program, which empowered these young men to not only conquer their literacy deficiencies, but to go on to academia success, thus realizing their dream to reality full circle.
The numbers are staggering. Detroit's illiteracy rate is estimated at 47%, and 1 out of 4 Michigan students fails to graduate from public high school with other members of their freshman class. Boys to Books is a mentorship program that aims to reduce the illiteracy and school dropout rates.
If we can empower and encourage young males, young people in general, to see that there's value in reading, value in education, and the relatability to that, that will keep them in school. And so I said, I really need to impact and empower these young men because so many of our young men, they're building prisons based on 2nd and 3rd grade reading scores.
Right.
And if we got to teach them to read, to keep them out of prison and send them to Princeton.
Right.
and make that the alternative. And so, it's just been really a groundbreaking program. It's been endorsed by the U.S. Congress. We're in 2 schools right now, and really young men are seeing, wow, I see myself reflected in what I read.
Right.
Language acquisition, verb conjugation, phonemic awareness, not just literacy, but life skills, leadership ability, how to be successful and significant in their world today.
What are some of your biggest challenges that you face then?
Some of the biggest challenges, especially with mentoring and the young men, apathy, or also seeing in some of the young men I deal with, I grew up in fatherless homes. So being a person in authority, standing in proxy for an absentee father, there's some ambivalence to authority there.
Yeah.
And so really just appealing to the young men, reaching them where they are. I use culturally relevant literature to where they see their lives reflected in the content that they read.
All the brothers got books in here, right? Hold up those books. Hold up those books. And like we always do at this time, say, success is in my mind.
Success in my mind.
Come on, say it like you mean it. Say, success is in my mind.
Success in my mind. Education is one of the main factors for a thriving community. And according to a national assessment of education test given to 21 cities in 2009, Detroit students scored some of the lowest scores ever measured in the nation. A 2011 report from Detroit Regional Workforce stated that 47%, almost half of Detroiters, are functionally illiterate. Eddie Connors is an author, teacher, motivational speaker, and founder of the Boys to Books program, which primary focus is to get young Black and Latino young men interested in reading and to put a dent into those sad statistics.
The program Boys to Books is an after-school program. I've been running it at University High School as well as Westside Christian Academy. And what I do is I test the reading levels of our young men to find out what reading level they're on. And then I provide content relevant, rich literature to them, culturally relevant, rich literature to them, to where they understand and see themselves reflected in what they read. You know, we want our young men to read The Great Gatsby, and a lot of them just have an ambivalence of that. 50% of the young men who enter ninth grade, black, white, or otherwise, consider themselves non-readers.
Eddie Connor has become a much in-demand motivational speaker in television, radio, and on college campuses, yet has time to also teach as a professor at his master's alma mater, Marygrove College. Eddie Connor has come full circle. Despite the obstacles he faced as a young man, he is now living proof that with spiritual and family support, you can come full circle from adverse conditions, and with faith can realize your dreams and help others by making a difference to humanity with what you are called to do. Eddie Connor is someone you should know. For more information on how you can experience this dynamic speaker, visit his website at www.eddieconnor.com. That's eddieconnor.com. Or email him at info@eddieconnor.com.
So where do we go from here tonight? Where do we go? This is your time to go and to be relentless. This is your time to go and be radical, to go and graduate, not just from college, but graduate to another level interpersonally, to be resilient and to birth the king and the queen that's inside of you. Tonight I just came by to empower you at EMU. I'm out of time, but I'm not out of truth. But before I take my seat tonight, let me leave you with this, that your test is a testimony, your misery is ministry, your mess is a message, your stumbling block is a stepping stone. Like Dr. King said, hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. Eastern Michigan, it's time to soar. You're not a chicken, you're an eagle. You're not a chump, you're a champion. You're not a warrior, you're a warrior. You're not a whiner, you're a winner. Let me just say this, Dr. King, Dr. MLK didn't twerk for freedom. MLK worked for freedom. What are you willing to work for tonight? Dr. King was more than just a dreamer. He was a doer. Do something with your gift. Do something with your talent. Do something with your education. Do something with your dream.
Thank you for watching.